Okay.
So the PFF article was by Trevor Sakima. I hope I'm saying that right. From PFF. And so he dished out 16 reasons why each NFC team will or won't make the playoffs this upcoming season. And for the Panthers, okay, he said that the Panthers don't have enough firepower at wide receiver to make the playoffs. So, and the reason
Pull the
why I didn't
article
tell
up.
you, yeah, I'm about to pull it up in a second.
Oh,
And the
okay.
reason why I didn't tell you about it earlier, because you say you hadn't seen it, because I wanted to do kind of like an impromptu, agree or disagree. Okay. Because
Okay.
do you agree that the Panthers have enough wide receiver, have enough weapons at wide receiver, or do you I'm sorry, let me start over. Let me say right. Do you agree or disagree with this guy from Pro Football Focus? That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let me pull up the article here. Okay.
Okay.
So he writes, though the Panthers losing star receiver DJ Moore and their trade up to number 1 overall was a tough pill to swallow, it was necessary to get the quarterback that they can have the most confidence in moving forward, in Bryce Young. But that does mean they need another year and another offseason with this new coaching staff to get the rest of the offense where it needs to be to light up the scoreboard. The defense, while young, is close to playoff ready, if not already with a fully healthy group. And I kind of do agree with that. But the receiver group has a lot to prove and might be one of the last few groups holding them back. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you, do you agree or disagree with that assessment from Trevor, PFF?
I disagree. And
Okay.
here's why. Even though losing DJ Moore was a major blow to the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked
Yeah.
about this extensively, the past few weeks, especially after the trade. After the trade and then after some of the pieces that we added
Mm-hmm.
through free agency. So
Yeah.
here's my thing. We lost DJ Moore. Great wide receiver for us. Our number 1 wide receiver. Okay. All that is true. But I have to ask this question. What wide receiver have we had here in Carolina since DJ Moore was drafted that can give him a run to be the number 1 wide receiver?
Mm-hmm.
So would you look at DJ Moore as saying that he was the de facto wide receiver because there was no other wide receiver better than him on the roster? Or was he really that dude that no matter who you brought in, he was a number
Mm-hmm.
1 wide receiver? I,
That's a
I
good
would
point.
go with the former. I would go with
Mm-hmm.
the former than the latter. So you lose DJ Moore, okay? If we wouldn't have signed Adam Thielen,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, you know what? Okay, let me say this. If we would have just signed just DJ Chark and Hayden Hurst and didn't
Mm-hmm.
sign Adam Thielen and didn't draft Jonathan Mingo, I would say
Oh
that
yeah.
I agree with that guy's roster, that guy's comment on
Mm-hmm.
PFF.
Yeah.
But the fact that we signed Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, a pass catching tight end that we haven't had in 3 or 4 years, really we ain't had since Greg Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you ain't got
Glad you mentioned
a
that.
beast of a wide receiver in Jonathan Mingo. So
Mm-hmm.
is he trying to say that what we added is not enough as opposed to the one that we lost?
That's
I
basically
don't
what
think.
he's saying.
Yeah. Well, if that's what he's basically saying, then he's a damn fool, and I stand on
Hey,
that. And
okay.
and I'll argue with anybody because I got time today. If you
Hey,
think DJ
I agree.
Moore, if you think DJ Moore is better than all three or all three, I take Hayden Hurst out of it. We don't just stick wide
Mhm.
receivers. If you think DJ Moore is better than Jonathan Mingo, DJ Chark, and Adam Thielen combined, you have lost
Mhm.
your rabbit ass mind.
Yeah, hey, you
It's
know what? I'm going to agree with you on what you just said, and I'm also going to disagree with this article. And I kind of take it back to 2015. We made a run to the Super Bowl and we lost
Mhm.
Kelvin Benjamin. Okay. And let me bring this up
That's
on the screen here. Okay. Look at this receiving core. Like you said, take Greg Olsen out of it because he was our leading receiver that year. That year.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Ted Ginn Jr., as I like to call him, Jericho Bible Boy Cotchery. All
yep.
right. Devin Funches, Corey Brown. Okay, Brenton Burson. You know, those were our top, wide receivers. Even I don't know why they got Devin Funches listed as a tight end, but well, he wasn't back then. Maybe I don't know. But
I think he's
but
making that. I think he's making that switch now. I think he's trying out at
okay,
tight end.
okay, maybe that's what it is. But now you telling me that now mind you, if anybody would have looked at this list here, they probably would have said the same thing. Okay. Because,
Right.
like I said, Ginn, Cotchery, Funches, Billy Brown, Burson. But you got Adam Thielen, who was a proven receiver. Okay. Great route runner, great hands. All right. We got
Pro
Jonathan
Bowler,
Mingo. Yeah, Pro Bowler. We got
former
Jonathan
number
Mingo.
one wide receiver.
hmm Jonathan Mingo, second round pick. DJ Chark, and the real reason why I kind of bring up this 2015 squad is because this squad kind of reminds me of them somewhat. Okay, you had Ted Ginn, who was our burner. Now, if DJ Chark gets healthy, I see him kind of fitting in that, not exactly the same role as Ted Ginn, but he can be that receiver that takes top off defense. Okay.
I think he could do a little bit more than
Yeah.
Ted Ginn Jr. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think DJ Chark can run decent routes, and I think he
Yeah.
got better hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not exactly comparing him, all the way to Ted Ginn, because Ted Ginn was just like, I'm gonna put this joke in seventh gear and I'm gone. Get me the ball, but we're gonna go
Pew.
to the next play. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
pew.
Um, if they put Adam Thielen in the slot, and you got DJ Chark and oh god, Terrace Marshall. Okay. And you
Mhm.
got Jonathan Mingo, who was a second round pick. Devin Funches in the same year was a second round pick, number 41. So I mean, it wasn't that far apart, and everybody lost their mind when Kelvin Benjamin went down. Oh God, what are we gonna do? We lost our number one wide receiver. Now DJ Moore didn't get hurt, but he got traded, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do? We lost our number one receiver." So now, mind you, these players don't match exactly to that 2015, but I kind of think of it as the same, situation. And I do disagree with him because I do think that this group, as a whole, is a lot better than this group, you know, who took us all the way to the Super Bowl. Now, mind you, we did have Cam Newton, okay, and Bryce Young is not Cam Newton. Now, mind you, he's already. I'll say this: I think he's already a hell of a better passer than Cam Newton, and he ain't took a damn snap in a regular season game yet. But
Facts.
I'll put money on that right now. Okay, I'll go ahead and say he's going to be a better passer than Cam Newton ever was. All right, and he still managed to end up with Greg Olsen with 1,100 yards. Ted Ginn had 739, and then Cotchery 485, Funches 473, and Corey Brown or Philly Brown, 447. Okay, so we
Hmm.
got Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo, and then you throw in Laviska Shenault in the mix too. Okay, and he's
Yeah.
the forgotten one a lot of times. Okay, throw him in there. I mean, hell, you still got Shy Smith in the wings, Demir Bird. So I think we have plenty of weapons,
Honest,
to make a playoff
honestly,
run.
when you comparing those two receiving groups, I think it's kind of unfair comparison because we have yet to see what this receiver core that we currently have will be able to do.
I'm talking about
It's
at the same
easy.
times of year. You get what I'm saying? Because if you would
Well,
have done this
at
same
this same
thing,
yeah, at this same time this year, At
Mhm.
this same time of the year, this current receiving core is way better than that receiving core from 2015.
Mhm.
Before the production,
Mhm.
before the production, just on paper, I think I may personally, in my opinion, I think this receiving core is a lot better on paper than what that receiving core was.
Yeah, yeah, I give you that. But I'm just kind of
Yeah.
bringing it up, like, if you look back at what this receiving core did, okay, and
Right.
if this guy has the, if he comes out and said that, we don't have enough weapons, which I think we do. Well, my thing is, look at what this receiving core did, and like you said, on paper, our receiving core now is way better than this one. So I think, yes, I completely
Yeah.
disagree with him, and I think we do have enough weapons to make a playoff run.